this is a story I've probably told you before, but it's something that it would be good to get out there because in year 2007, I was the first person to put the Dark Knight trailer on the internet.
It's amazing.
And yeah, it was really really fun, and it was hilarious. And I was a like, let's see, that would have been when I was a junior in high school. So
Jesus.
I was not aware of the consequences involved with that. And so basically, the short version of the story goes, I was working at a theater at the time, and we would have these employee screenings of movies on like Thursday nights. Like this was before, they did like midnight screenings of everything. Only the big stuff got midnight screenings, and uh, there was a rumor going around that the Dark Knight trailer was going to be attached to film prints of the Will Smith movie I Am Legend. And
Oh my
so
God.
I was following that rumor, and this is also when I was frequenting the IMDb message boards. And so I went on there and I told all the people on there, like, hey, I'm gonna go to this movie tonight, and I'm gonna try and catch the Dark Knight trailer on my camcorder. This was before the
Holy
time of,
shit.
yeah, this is before camera. I mean, we had cameras on cell phones, but it was just
They
like
were dog
very
shit.
basic.
You
Yeah,
were
very,
you were
very basic.
lucky if you had over like 240p,
Yeah.
like your resolution. So just want to ask you, was this a Sony Handycam?
It was I think it was a Canon. Is what I
Canon.
had. A
Respect.
Canon
Respect.
mini DV tapes. And so I told everybody like, hey, I'm gonna do this. So wait until tonight, and I'm gonna upload it to YouTube. And it was really funny to watch kind of like the people on there be like, this guy's full of shit. Like there's no way that he's doing this. And so, anyways, I go to the movie. Of course, it is on there. The Dark Knight trailer is on there, the famous Dark Knight trailer. And I videoed it and I took it home. I didn't stay for the movie. I just left after that and brought it home and uploaded it to YouTube under a YouTube channel called Snow King Snowblowers, because back in those days you could get away with like putting stuff under like a false channel
Like a
for a little
sock
while.
puppet. Yeah.
Yeah, basically like a fake channel. It was harder to find you, basically to find your videos unless you had like the direct link. And so yeah, I did that, put it under Snow King Snowblowers, and shared the link with the people on the IMDb message board. And then like by that morning, like I went to bed and then I woke up the next day for school, because this was a Thursday night into a Friday morning, and I woke up for school, and the next morning I had like 300,000 views. And it
And
was
how
funny
and
because
God knows how many mirrors of your video too.
yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. And it was funny because I went to school and I was so like impressed with myself that I went into the computer lab and like printed off like printouts of like my view count on YouTube, and like shared them with all my friends and was like, "Hey, look at this. I'm like number 4 on like the biggest videos of the month or whatever." And then essentially what happened was, just to kind of cut this story short, I got a cease and desist from Warner Brothers, and they deleted my channel, and that's how that went.
Rest in peace, Snow King Snowblowers on
Yeah,
YouTube. Oh my God. So do these IMDb forum pages still exist? Can we dig this up?
I don't know. It might be on like the what's it called? What is that internet like
The
Wayback Machine?
Wayback Machine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it might be on there, but no. I mean, the IMDb message boards got nuked, and you can't access them anymore in any way, because once Amazon bought IMDb, they're like, "Fuck this! We don't want all this toxicity," so they just
We got server space to sell, and we're just
yeah.
gonna use these computers. Thanks. No, that's amazing. I've never actually like heard it in this much detail, and like the
Yeah.
gravity of it really hitting me. It really makes, everything that I was possibly going to discuss just feel like, quaint in comparison. I think I've told this story before, but when I was living with Eric Broadshow in Thompson Hall, in a neighboring suite was a dude named Jamal Hadari. I lived with him for a little bit too. good guy. His dad owns convenience stores in northern Minneapolis in the ghetto.
Okay.
And so he gets access to a lot of good shit. Obviously, all the contraband flows through this man. And it was 2009, I believe, right around the time, like the few weeks before that Wolverine Origins, X-Men Wolverine Origins was coming out.
Oh yeah,
and
I know this pretty well.
Yeah, it's I think I have mentioned this on the podcast before, but it was like the reason why it's so I'm never gonna forget it because it was the first time that I literally went from like reading about something on Ain't It Cool News to actually like having it in my hands. You know what I mean? Because like Broadshow and I were like talking about it. We're like, God damn, it's fucking crazy, man. The whole assembly cut leaks online. That's nuts. Yeah, like if only we were all brave enough to like torrent it or something so we could see it, but then instead Jamal just walks in, he's like, hey, look what my dad gave me. He just throws us this burned DVD, and we all like huddled around Jake Decker's tiny little TV underneath his loft bed, and we watched the assembly cut and we just laughed. We laughed, and then after it was over, there was like this glimmer of hope of, well, it's probably going to be better like watching the final movie. And it was not. That assembly cut is still, to me, the definitive version of that movie, just because the animatics were still in there. They didn't have the final special effects in it. So, like, some of the fight sequences were the wires were still visible, for crying out loud, in like half of that cut. It was just hilarious.
Yeah, I remember when that happened. That was a very big news story around that time, and I've seen GIFs of it. I've never seen the actual full movie without all the effects, but I've seen GIFs of, especially like the scene when they're on top of that like nuclear reactor, and
so
that
bad.
fight is so bad.
It's so bad.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's probably one of the. It's fun that you were a part of that or got to be a part of that at the time, because that was one of the more famous examples of what we're talking about.
Yeah, because that kind of thing to that level, it doesn't really happen like that anymore, does it?
No,
like
not at all.
Everything's locked down. Like